Broadcasting live from our Columbia, Maryland headquarters, they are founders of Hard Money Bankers, REI 360, and are international bestsellers with their book, The Whiteboard. Here are Chris Haddon and Jason Bailey.
Hey everyone, Chris and Jason here in our office in Columbia, Maryland, doing our weekly show. This one is a format that we like a lot. We're going to ask each other some questions. We don't know what the other person's questions are going to be. This one is all about marketing, surprise questions that will turn into hacks, hopefully, for many people. It should be fun. Should be good stuff coming out.
Yeah, as always, we really appreciate all the feedback and all the comments that we're getting. If you have a comment related to anything related to marketing, please comment below this video. We certainly appreciate it. I'm going to ask you several times throughout this video. So if you could comment related to some marketing techniques, you're going to go over some good ones that we're about to discuss. But as always, we appreciate it. So let's get this thing going.
Let's do it. Marketing hacks. Okay.
You want to ask the first question? You want me to ask the first question?
I'm going to ask the first question. I'm ready.
Okay. I'm ready to.
Good, because the cameras are rolling. What is one marketing campaign over the years where we fell flat on our faces?
Okay, good question. And I know what that is, and it pisses me off every freaking day. So we are not good at doing webinar selling. So doing webinar marketing, and what I mean by that is we try to get a bunch of people, a bunch of viewers, a bunch of followers to learn more about something that we're offering. Maybe it's related to a loan. Maybe it was back in the day when we were promoting some information products related to real estate. But we were really, really good at the front end, the marketing side, to get people into the funnel, into the mix, to even attend the live webinar. But whatever we presented on the webinar was always a flop, and we were never good at it.
I agree.
That probably wasn't what you were thinking I was going to say.
No, that's kind of exactly what I was thinking you were going to say.
It does personally drive me crazy that we're not great at that part, and like I really want to be.
I mean, for sure, there have been a number of campaigns. It's just part of business, part of entrepreneurship and everything, where you try something out and it doesn't work. Yeah. One of our major ones is definitely webinars.
Well, we've even paid for courses and masterminds that were geared towar's webinars, and we still couldn't do them.
I know.
But that's okay.
I guess it's just not for us.
Okay. So this is going to be a two-part question.
It starts off with a two-part.
Two-part question. So I'm still going to have 3 full questions, but this is my first question with 2 parts. Okay, if you were a new business entity, it doesn't matter if you're a real estate investor, real estate agent, or other type of business owner, what would your first free marketing strategy be?
Free or maybe close to free?
Free.
Okay.
Close to free is the second part. That's the paid strategy, so free. You want me to repeat it?
Please do.
Okay. If you're a brand new business, just getting started, no matter what business you are, it doesn't have to be your first one, but one of the first free marketing strategies that you need to do?
I mean, I would have to go with email marketing to the database of everyone you know.
So past people that you have that you put into a database.
Like associates, people who are somewhat related to your business, depending on what your business is, if it applies to them or not. Yeah, you have their contact information, and that's why I said close to free, because you might pay a small amount. Fair. But I don't know, with a small list, it probably is free for many of the marketing things like MailChimp and other ones that are popular these days.
Because you get 500 contacts.
Yeah, because you might get 500 or less for free. And being in front of them is easy, it's instant, it's, like we said, free, and super effective.
Yeah, and it applies
to every business.
And it has to be done, no matter what. Okay, what about paid? And your question should be like, okay, well, how much is my budget? $2,000 a month.
How much is my budget?
$2,000 is your budget. You have $2,000 allocated to a marketing strategy, just one marketing strategy. When you're just starting off, what is the first one that you would have to do with $2,000? $2,000 is a lot, but a little at the same time.
Okay. I mean, that's a tough one, because you could do different online, offline stuff depending on what your business is, but just
generic, any business, like, has to.
I'm going to go with promoted posts on Facebook. And that's going to be
that goes a long way too.
My answer currently, because they're really inexpensive now compared to many of other types of marketing on Google and even other types of ads on Facebook. Promoted posts is, you get a lot of bang for your buck, and your targeting can be really good. So $2,000 will go a long way.
Yeah, I would say the recommendation on that is start with hyper focus and really target in. Not it can't be broad. It's got to be really targeted. And also, when you're really targeting people, the cost will go up a little bit. But it's that much targeted traffic. So I mean, and up a little bit means $1.50 instead of 10 cents. So it's still well worth it. So yeah, I would probably agree with that.
Did you think I was going to say that?
Yeah, I knew you were going to say something.
Facebook
similar to that. Well, I mean, 2000's not enough to do some other things that we do. So I figured that would probably be the case.
Cool. My turn.
Okay.
Kind of related to that. What is your #1 favorite offline marketing campaign for small businesses? Having all the small business people lumped into one. Would we have the same question?
So my #2 question, if you can see it right here, is the exact same thing. What is your #1 offline strategy for all businesses? All businesses should do.
I got it first. Yeah, that's why I went
God,
first.
dang it. Okay, well I know my answer because I was gonna. So, okay. I actually strongly believe in offline marketing because I think it is a better direct impact, and it can be significantly more targeted. And I'm not talking about broad radio ads or magazine ads. I'm talking about direct in their face, direct mail. Direct mail, no matter really what industry that you're in, and we can even go over them. If you're a real estate agent or real estate investor, I'm sorry, do direct seller leads, just whatever, absentee owners, probates, whatever. If you're a real estate agent, farm area type of thing, or hey, new listing in your property. If you're an attorney, someone who is just convicted of a crime. I mean, whatever the case is. I mean, public record stuff. That's really, really easy. So direct mail by far is my #1 recommendation. I mean, I'm sure there's businesses that won't impact on that, but even if you're a new restaurant, mail out menus, mail out marketing campaigns, whatever the case is. There's a lot, to your local area. And super targeted just to the neighborhoods around there.
Also, I'll add in little comments since you were going to ask that question to me anyway. I would throw in addition to the broader stuff in the lists and the farm areas, again, your own database via snail mail.
Yep.
I mean, a huge ROI, huge bang for your buck when you're sending anything to anybody who already knows you.
Yeah.
In any business, right?
Yep. Yeah, and that's something we've talked about doing a long time in Hard Money Bankers. Not necessarily people we've done loans for because we do that for them, but we get a lot of information from our borrowers, and we try to, the purpose of getting not just an email address and a first name. That's the first part. On your form, get that first just to get them into the door, and you need that. But then your next step up is getting additional information from them, across the line and through the funnel. And part of our funnel has a spot for their home address. And with that home address, like on a loan application, then we can go and we target them and go after them and try to get, direct mail pieces directly to them. So I agree with that. And whatever business you're in, purpose of the funnel is trying to get as much data as you can from them, from your followers or from your users, your clients, your customers, so you can do additional things with them. So technically it's your turn again because you asked me the question and I asked you the question at the same time.
Okay.
So we each have a question left.
Cool. All right. If you could implement one new marketing campaign in the next 30 days, what would it be?
For us?
For us.
Or as like a new business owner?
In this case, for us.
Okay. There's still a lot of things related to direct mail that we're not doing that I would like to do. So I would expand on some of the ones that we're doing. I'd probably be more broad on some of those direct mail campaigns. So instead of just targeting real estate investors, I'd probably target real estate agents, local brokerages and things like that. But I mean, we can be hyper-focused in not just our small geographic area, because these areas that we lend in it's a big overall area, but for the niche and compared to the country or the world, it's very small. And on a reasonable budget, we could hit not necessarily like the super focused client, which is a real estate investor who's done lots of deals,
right,
but other people that maybe they're looking to get more information about real estate investing, or they're a real estate agent, someone related to that. So take it to the next step and be a little bit more broad and do a direct mail campaign to them. That would be what it is.
We could definitely do more with direct mail too.
I mean, we've talked a lot about offline strategies right now, and obviously there needs to be a blend between the two, and you need to be doing both of them. But a lot of small business owners, sometimes they don't think too much about it because they think it's too expensive.
Yeah, one thing that I would like to do to answer my own question a little bit with a short answer is
Sure.
Do a review of our funnels, our sequences, our email sequences that are a couple years old now and could definitely be updated and tweaked, and we have new good stuff to add into them and like cut out some other things, which I think you need to do if you have a funnel of some sort. Hopefully you do. Is revisit it every now and again. Doesn't have to be all the time, but I think that's something that we're due to
Cool.
do.
Well, how about we do it, and we'll have some actionable items built into this video for everybody who's watching. I will get mine done before the end of the year, and you have to get yours done before the end of the year.
Deal.
So thank you guys for helping holding us accountable. Okay, last question. Who inside the operation, not our operation, a small business operation, we're talking small business owners, a one-man operation or someone who has less than 10 employees, who inside the operation should be setting up the first marketing campaign or a newer marketing campaign?
This is a true question.
Who should be?
How big is the organization?
A small new company, not 10 employees, a few employees and a few staff members and the business owners. Who should be setting up the marketing campaigns?
At that size and just getting moving with things as a newer company, I think it should be the owner. I think that's a top level thing that needs to be directed from someone who is in that position and actively learning about marketing, which, as we talk about so much, is the fuel for your business and super, super important. That's top level stuff. I mean, that's C level.
Yeah, I agree.
Activity. Later on, like, you can have some other stuff and like know how to implement with more of a team. But honestly, I think that's owner work.
Yeah. No, it's funny because I agree 100%. And the thing is don't get me wrong, like, it shouldn't be the owner's job to be implementing that on a regular basis, but it is your job to set it up and get the whole thing going, learn it,
implement it.
And then after you do that, you can teach somebody else to do that. But you're not going to get one of your staff members, as much as you would like, to say, hey, go learn this and set this whole thing up for me. It's just not going to happen. It's tough, especially at that level. Cool. You got any more questions? You had a fourth question if you want to add that one in there.
Okay, bonus round. One little question. What is one marketing skill set that you wish that you or we had? And leave out webinars because we already talking about that.
That is a huge one that drives me crazy. It's just eating at me.
Yeah, I mean, that's not so much a skill. I guess it kind of is.
It is a skill set. It's okay.
It's not a skill set. It's a campaign.
So wait, this is a wish?
Yeah, I mean, one if you could improve like either yours or someone in our team's skill set to be like, I wish we had a person that could do this.
Oh, on team, absolutely.
On the whole team.
Oh, absolutely. Testing PPC. Yeah. That's an easy one.
Better
because I'm not doing it, and we thought we wanted to do that 5 years ago, and it was awful. It was. I mean, that's a full-time job. That is a full-time job to have somebody putting in there. I mean, listen, if I could, snap my fingers and all of a sudden I could have somebody come in the office and say, hey, Jason, these are the 50 ads that we tested today, and these are the 50 images, 50 headlines, sub-headlines, font, color, everything, and these were the results, that would be a dream. But that's not happening, and most small businesses, it's hard, unless that's the business that they're in, is selling directly on that, don't have a budget for that stuff. So I know, we know for a fact, not just I, but we know for a fact that would take our $25, CPA down to 20, 18, 15, but it's worth paying that extra $10 for an acquisition of a client just to not have that, in our arsenal. Like
high-level split testing is a serious skill.
Yeah, I mean, that's something we thought we wanted to get into and do, and even have past staff members being involved in it, and that's challenging. That's a tough one. So, related to that comment, stick to the basics. We've done previous videos related to be the best at the basics.
Yeah.
Don't be the best at that. That's a tough thing unless you have a budget inside the organization to do that. So cool. Well, I hope you appreciated, and we appreciate all you guys following us, and I hope you liked a lot of the questions that we asked each other. If you have anything related to marketing that you would like to know or you think would be a good question for maybe one of us to ask, ask us, tag us individually, inside the videos, inside the comment, and be like, hey, Jason, you should ask Chris this on the next round, and vice versa. It would be a good setup. So as always, like, comment, share, subscribe. Jason and Chris. Until next time.